Hello, it's me, Nick. So this video is basically how to install Python via the Conda package management system on Ubuntu. Now chances are if you're using Ubuntu you might already know how to do this, or it'll be really easy, but if you're new to Ubuntu, hopefully this will help you out. So let's get into the video. So first thing you're going to have to do is open a browser, then Google install Miniconda, because we're going to use Miniconda instead of Anaconda, because we don't want to install all the packages available to us in one go. We'll install them bit by bit. So we'll move through their installation flow, which is getting to the Miniconda download page. Once we've downloaded it, we are going to have to open up Terminal and navigate to the Downloads folder, because that is where the Miniconda package is sitting. Then we go back to the installation instructions and copy and paste over the install instructions essentially into Terminal. And we accept all the user agreements. And then we have to type yes. So this is Conda now being installed. It's going through all the packages that are basic core packages of Python. And that's it. That's Miniconda installed. So next thing we need to do is install the libraries that we're going to use with Python, which aren't currently installed in the Miniconda installation. Whenever you install a new module or package with Conda, it always starts with Conda install. So I always just Google Conda install and then whatever the name of the package is, just to get the right syntax. So here if we scroll down to the Panda page on anaconda.com.org, and copy and paste the syntax that we need to then paste into our terminal, this will go away and collect all the package data for pandas and install it within Conda. Pandas is quite small, so it doesn't take too long to install, although some things are bigger than others. We might just skip this bit a little bit. While we're waiting for that to install, we'll go away and get the syntax for NumPy, which is again Googling Conda install and then the package name, in this case NumPy. Copy and paste that, and as Pandas is now blasting through the installs, we're almost complete. I think that's it, just about finishing up. Looks like it's installed all the dependencies for the Pandas package. There we go. No error messages is good. So next we do the same for NumPy. So we take the code, the syntax that we just copy and pasted off the website and paste it into Terminal, and it will go through the same process. NumPy, as far as I can remember, is smaller than Pandas, so it should be quicker. But so not to waste time, we'll head over to get Matlab. So Matplotlib is your drawing package, NumPy is your calculator, and Pandas is like Excel. So we're going to jump in and get Matplotlib. And by this time, NumPy was complete. Matplotlib is a lot bigger than pandas and NumPy, so it will take quite a bit more time to install this. You can see with the list of dependencies which are in that, which were just shown there just before you said yes. That's all the things that are part of Matplotlib and which you need to install before you can use Matplotlib. It is taking some time, so that's probably partially because of the size of the packages and partially because London has really, really bad broadband. But we're steaming ahead now. No pun intended, because it was installing GStreamer. Streamer, not Steamer. Just a few more seconds, I think, before we get all of them. There we go. It's just checking the installation and done. That's Matplotlib set up. So now we have the 3 main packages that we'll be using in the Intro to Python for Marketers course. So just to check, if we type in Python, it will run Python. So we didn't get any errors, so Python's definitely working. Now we want to import pandas to check that it's installed and working, so no errors there, that's working. Import NumPy as NP, so that works as well. And I'll explain what importing libraries means during the course. But now I just want to show you how to check if you've got errors or not after you have installed the packages. There we go, they all work. So now we need to install the interface that we're going to be using for coding and running code, and that's called Jupyter Notebook. So again, just Google Condor install Jupyter Notebook, navigate to the page that has the syntax for installing Jupyter Notebook, and then it's a case of copying and pasting it into the terminal. And like Matplotlib, it's quite big, so it takes a bit of time to install. That's all the packages that we've got to go through for installation. So if we remember the ZerMQ, I think it is. I don't think the packages are quite as big. There's a lot of them, but I don't think any of them are quite as big as in file size as Matplotlib's were. So it might not take as long as Matplotlib, but certainly longer than NumPy. We might skip ahead with this just so you don't need to sit and watch progress bars increasing. I mean, you're not going to learn anything from that. So it looks like there might be a problem installing the package right now. It looks to have frozen. So what I'm going to do is skip this particular module within the package, and what it will continue to do is go through the rest of them by installing each one that we'll install, and then once it's completed it will throw us an error. Then we'll go back to the conda install syntax and it will reinstall the packages which weren't installed on this occasion, which should only be one. So we'll go ahead and do that just now. After the installation is complete, you run Jupyter Notebook by in the command line typing Jupyter Notebook. It will then open a window in your browser which will allow you to browse your file system, and whenever you have a notebook you would like to use, you just navigate to that notebook, click on it, and it will open. You'll be able to run and execute Python in it. So that's everything set up, and you are now ready for the introduction to Python for Marketers course.